Hi everyone, Jeff Williams here, helping you to grow your business smarter. Today I want to help you to understand how much profit you're making in your business. And I'm going to give you 2 tips to make even more profit right now in your business if you take up my challenge at the end of this video. So this is the first in a series of videos where we'll be providing you in the next few weeks to help you to understand your business financials. Now, for most business owners, when I talk about business financials, they tend to glaze over. If I put a profit and loss statement in front of them, a little bit confused, maybe got some knowledge, put a balance sheet in front of most business owners, they really glaze over. It's something they sort of refer back to their account. Talk about a cash flow forecast. Business owners also maybe a little bit frightened by that. Are you in that camp? Are you one of those business owners who doesn't really look at your profit and loss account until the end of the year or the end of the month, or maybe even 9 months after the end of the year when you get your accounts from your accountant? Are you a business owner who is maybe a little bit afraid of the balance sheet, doesn't know what it tells you, doesn't know how to put together a cash flow forecast or understand the importance of it? Well, over the next few weeks, we're going to help you to do that. But today we're focusing on the number one number in your business. And guess what that is? No, it's not sales, it's profit. Okay, so we say it's number one thing in your business because most business owners tend to focus on delivering phenomenal service to their customers. The numbers they're usually focusing on is getting stuff done on time for their customers. And they focus on the price, how much sales they're going to make and how much money you've got in the bank. We've got to make sure we've got enough money in the bank to pay our bills, enough money in the bank to pay the wages of the staff and to pay ourselves some money. Really, the number one thing you should be looking for is the profit in your business. So how much profit are you making in your business? Do you know how much profit you're making in your business? Now, when it comes to setting targets, most business owners have a target for the end of the month, and that's usually a sales target or maybe a bank account target. We need this much money in the bank at the end of the month. Wouldn't it be much better to set a profit target at the end of the month? So in other words, you're going to budget exactly how much you're going to sell, you're going to budget exactly how much it's going to cost you to do it, and you're going to budget how much profit you're doing. So you're actually deciding beforehand how much profit you're going to make at the end of this month, whatever month that you're watching this in, how much profit I'm going to make. Not how much sales I'm going to make, not how many customers I'm going to service, but how much profit am I going to make. Wouldn't it be great if you could do that? Well, to do that, you first of all need to get a grip on the numbers, understand exactly what profit is and how to measure it in your business. Now, there are 2 types of profit. There's gross profit and there's net profit. I'm going to go through those in more detail on a following video. But just for now, let's just focus just on the word profit. How much profit do we make in our business? Well, usually profit is mixed up with markup in our business. You ever heard that word, markup? How much do you mark your products up by? And what's your margin? You hear people talk about your margin. People confuse them, maybe think they're the same thing. What I'm going to do is just explain to you through this very quick diagram how different they are. Now, markup is about how much you mark your products up for. So let's say you've got a product and it costs you £100. You've got to buy this for £100 to sell it to somebody else, or you've got to pay people in your factory £100 to make this product, or you've got to spend £100 of your time delivering this product to your customers. Now, markup is about how much do you mark that £100 up by. So it costs you £100, you sell it for £150, you've marked it up by £50, okay? Or to put that in percentage terms, you've got a 50% markup. Does that make sense? 50 divided by the £100 is a 50% markup. So you made a 50% markup. Now, the problem in business comes when people tend to believe that that markup is your profit. It's not. Your profit is your margin, and your margin is down. So your markup is up, how much you put it up by. Margin is down. In other words, how much have we got left? What is my margin? What is my profit margin? And I'll explain to you in a moment why it's really important to understand your profit margin. So your profit margin is this. It cost us £100 to make it. We sold it for 150. How much are we left with? Yeah, we're left with 50 quid. It's quite basic maths at the moment, isn't it? If we're using these kinds of numbers, we're left with £50. So what's our profit margin? Our profit margin is not 50%. It's the £50 we've got left divided by the £150 selling price we marked it up to. So we're making a 33% profit margin. Really important number for you to know, okay? A 33% profit margin. So it's important to you to know because if you'd got it mixed up and thought markup was your profit, you thought you were making a 50% profit. You're not. You're making a 33% profit. Very, very important to know. And, you might mistakenly think, well, the difference between the 50 and the 33 is I'm actually making 17% less profit. You're not actually, because you're now only making a 33% profit rather than you thought you're making a 50% profit. You're making 34% less in terms of profit in your business. If you got your head around that, it's really important to understand the difference between markup and margin. If you've gone a little bit cold and a bit clammy because you thought you were making a 50% margin and now you realize you're only making a 33% margin, would it be a good idea just to go away and have a look at the profitability that you have within your business? Now, why is it important to know our profit margin? Well, it's vitally important because with our profit margin, we're able to set our price. Here's something magic for you, actually. You can decide exactly how much profit margin you're going to make when you're putting your pricing together. If you're going to talk to me about that, quite happy to have a conversation with you and help you to calculate that figure out. In other words, you're going to determine how much profit you're going to make in advance. Okay, so you're deciding now, actually, not how much I'm going to sell stuff for, not how many customers are going to service next month, but how much profit margin I'm going to make in my business. So here are two things for you to do straight away. The first thing you need to do is calculate your gross profit. What is your profit margin? And I'll tell you what your gross profit is. Your gross profit actually is just how much did it cost me for it to make it or to pay staff to do the stuff, and how much did I charge? What's that difference? That's your gross profit margin. Okay, that's what we just looked at just now. In this instance, it is 50. What's left divided by 100 gave me a 33% gross profit margin, or 33.3% if you want to be down to the decimal point. So what I want you to do is to go away and calculate what is your profit margin, what is your gross profit margin across all of the products you have in your business. Do you know what it is right now? If you know what it is, well done. If you don't know what it is, you need to know what your gross profit margin is. And I'll tell you for why. Because you will find that there are some products which make a huge gross profit margin. There are others which make a small profit margin. There are others which are not making you a margin at all. So don't you think you need to know what your profit margin is? So the first thing is calculate your gross profits. The second thing is, once you've got that list of those products and understand which ones are making the most, which ones are making the least, and which ones are not making profit margin, decide which ones you're going to sell more of, which will obviously be the ones that are making more profit, which ones you're going to sell less of, and which ones you're going to stop selling altogether. You might well be surprised. Just watching this video, get off this video and do that. You might find yourself, you've saved yourself a huge amount of money by stopping selling certain things, or start to make yourself an even greater amount of money by selling more of the products that you should be selling. Now, usually when it comes to growing a business and growing cash in our business, we think we need to go out and generate more business, more leads. No, here's the simple thing you need to do. When people come to you, when you've got leads coming to you, sell them the higher profit margin products only if that's what fits their solution, okay? Or position yourself to sell those products to your customers as an option. Okay, so my challenge to you today is, I want you to set a profit target for the month ahead and see if you can work towards hitting that profit target. If it's the first time you've done it, it's going to delight you. It doesn't matter how many days are left in the month when you're watching this video, just set yourself a profit target for the month and decide what actions you need to take to hit that profit target at the end of the month. In fact, that might be your new profit target for each month and not just a cash target in your business. So if you've got benefit from this video, I'm going to ask you to subscribe or connect with me, whichever channel you're watching this on, so you never miss another video you need to succeed in business. And if you want more guidance on this subject, please reach out to me in the comments below, and I'll be happy, more than happy to help with you and connect with you. Hope that's been a benefit to you today. See you in our next business tips video. Take care.